be looking into the employment of additional bilingual guidance counselors. Okay? All right.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Linda John, and I didn't know that I needed to put my address on the question. My question is this. Last year, well, I want to make a statement first. Last year, we noted that the lunches or the juices and the milk containers had mold here in the high school. I did approach the board members in reference to it, but it happened again, and everyone assured me that, you know, they would look into it. Now, I know the head of the food department is Ms. Gardner, who's been over the food department for a very long time. I want to know, being that the budget is what it is for all our kids, who's going to police that this year and make sure that the children are getting nutritious food and that are not getting food with mold in it?
The high school administration.
Okay, they were supposed to have been doing that from all the time. Even I had one of my children go to the monitors in the cafeteria and say, listen, this is spoiled, and they just did nothing about it.
Well, Mr. Antoine, who is the immediate supervisor of Mrs. Gardner, will look into this and get back to you.
Okay,
Okay.
One last piece. Now, who's policing the staff that monitors the little children? Because there's people that are in the elementary schools, and I know sometimes the security guards have to play dual roles, and the way they talk to the children, especially the Hispanic children, is just, I mean, it's horrific to me, because I don't think you should talk to any child the way that they do. I know they want to keep everything rigid and all of that, but you don't talk to a child the way they do. A lot of the kids, they force them, they tell them they have to drink the milk. And a lot of the kids, they're frightened, and because of their culture, they don't talk back or speak up. They're forced to have to drink something that's spoiled. And then they go home and they tell their parents later on. And this is not being addressed, and it's really not right, because you know you wouldn't want your kids drinking anything that wasn't correct.
I'm
Can I get a response?
Can I ask her a question? I don't think I understood what you said. What did you say?
I was asking, who is it that, well, how do you evaluate the staff concerning the children at the elementary school? Because a lot of times, well, I know for a fact that the security guards have dual roles. So sometimes they're the monitors, but when they're policing the children and making them go into the cafeteria and stay online and all that, they're really rough with those kids. They yell at those kids, and they make them, the monitors make them drink the milk or whatever it is that's on their trays, and the stuff is spoiled a lot of times.
Okay, let me just.
That's why my first question was, who's policing, who's doing what in terms of monitoring the lunches and stuff that the children are getting?
So are you suggesting that security staff are serving as lunch monitors? No, that's
They
not what
have
you said, is it?
dual positions. Sometimes they have to be there and monitor the children. Now, I'm not saying anything strange. I've been in many of these schools and seen that the security have to monitor the children, as well as, you know, some of the other staff.
Now,
Ms. John, the security will be in an all-day workshop Tuesday with with the lead security person, and I will speak to him regarding interaction. And that's one of the things on the agenda anyhow,
Okay.
learning how to interact not only with students, but interacting with the public,
Okay.
and just anyone in general that they come in contact with. We do understand there's a way of doing everything.
Absolutely.
And they will be in an all-day workshop with the lead security, and I will pass on that information, because of course, if that's happening, it's not acceptable. And in the future, if you know of anything like that, first report it to the building principals so they can look into it and address it. Because I'm sure even for a building principal, that's not acceptable practice for them, okay?
Okay, thank you.